buried in the waves lift me to the sun.
So we might have explained already, but we're hauling out again because we got some damages to the hull over the winter when we went here, and so we're gonna get them repaired. And yeah, if only we were actually leaving, but it's giving us a taste of life on the move again, which is kind of nice to get the boat moving. We're gonna be hauled out for maybe, what, a week? Hopefully not much longer, Lars.
Yeah, maybe, full week I'd say at least.
Depends on the wind as well, getting back in, and also for the jobs. So fingers crossed we can do that soon and get everything done. When we left the boat in the marina over Christmas, the winds picked up to 60 knots, and when we came back, we noticed some damage on both sides of the hull. Because of the wind, all the boats were crashing up against each other, and despite fenders, we ended up with scratches down to the fiberglass, not the most fun thing to come back to. We were a bit frustrated about having to haul out again, but it was the only way to get the hull repaired. And after months of back and forth with the insurance company, we were ready to move on to the next thing and make this something of the past.
Started is not easy on this boat.
So what lines do you want through? The stern first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to tie my hair up, Lars. Get serious. It didn't feel like long since we'd last been out of the water, and we weren't exactly excited about living on the hard again. But we made the most of it to get through some jobs that were easier to do out of the water as well. Speedy, they never, I don't know, they're just like shouting at each other like really mean. Doesn't really instill confidence, you know?
Home sweet home, I guess.
So dirty, huh?
Yeah, should we just
grimy.
grab this?
Grimy. Shoes off?
Shoes off. Yeah.
I love our boat, but there is a lot of wood, and boy oh boy is it tiring to scrape. I'm only on the first stage, which is scraping. I'm scraping all the varnish off everywhere that there's varnish, which is like half the boat. So I'm using a heat gun and my scraper, and yeah, it's going slowly. And then I'm gonna sand it all, and then we gotta start taping so that we can start putting down the first coating. But that feels still pretty far away. This is how I'm getting on. It's looking good. I just want to leave it like that and not have to put anything on it.
Yeah, me too. If only it would stay with color.
I'm just chilling in my new favourite part of the boat here. Seen better days, I gotta say, because I'm a little bit cold and tired today because it's rainy. But I'm just admiring Lars's handyman work.
I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out because our new countertop is in. A clear countertop, no top loading fridge here. You can just chop your veg, no problem. It still needs to be glued in, and then we'll do the epoxy pour on top. And then over here, I've got the beginnings of the lid.
Ooh.
For the fridge freezer that we have in this space here.
Looks great.
Pretty swish. Pretty happy. It's coming on.
I can't wait to do the epoxy pour.
Check it out.
It is actually a really sweet spot.
It is actually pretty comfy.
Great for naps. The one thing we realised though is that the boat, because we're on the hard right, but the boat is tilting forward. So we thought we'd be flat and level and steady, but we're not. So we're wondering whether it's actually going to be possible to do the epoxy pour, or whether it will run to the front basically. Not really sure what to do yet. Are we, Lars?
No.
We've had a pretty busy few days recently, scraping all of the old varnish off everywhere. We've got all the capping rails, the rub rails, the combings, everything, and we sanded the whole thing as well. And now we are about to apply the settle, which we're super excited about.
You lit your cigarette. Oh, how quickly we all forget that bed.
Before and after. Just did the undercoat, right?
That's it. And I love it. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Still gonna do all of this seam as well. It felt so good to have completed redoing all our exterior brightwork. We have so much of it, and Navika was starting to look a bit tired. We also went for the full facelift and buffed the hull to give it some shine again. We ended up being in the boatyard for much longer than a week in the end. The yard couldn't start with the repair work immediately, and when they did start, it rained a lot and there were strong winds, meaning they couldn't work for quite a few days. Slowly progress was made though, but we were about to face another problem that would slow us down as well. Go to bed for the day and not have to deal with our issues.
Why? What's happened?
Yesterday we cleaned the boat and we were feeling really good with everything. And feeling like we're on top of things. We installed the fridge yesterday, and today, we were just having a good time. We were like, cool, our life's getting back on track again. We can start to think about leaving. Let's check out the energy consumption and stuff and hook up the solar, and just because we knew that there was something up, the solar wasn't reading on the charge controller. And so we just thought sometimes what happens is the cable just comes out. Long story short, our flexible solar panels flapped themselves to death in the strong winds that we had over the winter. We were pretty upset about it, but we tried to turn it into an opportunity and rethink our solar setup entirely.
So that's where we're at. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or maybe 1 step forward, 2 steps back in this case. But I'm not sure what approach we're going to take. The problem is that the way that we fixed the solar panels to the bimini means that we can't just buy new solar panels and replace them, because they have to fit into these Velcro strips perfectly. And so we're just trying to think now how we're going to do this. Of course, there's several options with varying degrees of time and money required for each. And it's interesting how many times you find yourself in this situation where there's sort of like the right way to do things that you could do if you really went for it and invested all the money, and you'd be really happy with it and it would just be perfect. And then there's this sort of faster way to do things that's okay, and sort of everything in between. So just figuring out where we want to land on that spectrum and what we want it to look like, because we don't just want to reinstall a bunch of stuff really fast and then have another problem. But on the other hand, we don't want to spend $3,000 on creating a new arch and get our departure pushed back by a month. So hopefully we can find a solution that's somewhere in between. So I mean, it's a shame to only be filming now, because this has been a massive project, but we've just been so busy. But we're in the final stages of just putting our new solar panel on. I think we mentioned it before, but our old solar panels all died in the wind. They all just flapped themselves to death. And this is the plan B, and it's a little bit rogue. It's freaking huge, as you can tell. But it's a 450 watt panel off the back, and Well, we're not quite installed yet, but we're getting there.
I'll probably give you a hand.
Yeah, I can't get off the scaffolding until we're done. Going down to have a look and see what the new profile of the boat looks like. Moment of truth. What's it gonna be? Alright. Honestly, it's huge, but I love it.
Yeah, does it look really big?
I mean, yeah, it's like the size of the Bimini. But it's our own little dinghy garage. I mean, she's a beast.
And it tilts.
Look at it tilt. I'm really pleased, and I gotta say, quite proud of this one, because it was like, I don't know, I just wanted to have enough solar, and it was a bit ambitious, wasn't it, to go for a huge panel, but it seems to work. I like how it looks.
It's never ending.
This is a 450 watt panel, which should give us, 30 amps. It will max out the charge controller when the sun's on it, so it'll be giving us 30 amps for several hours throughout the day. It means we can run the water maker straight off of it, just about, and hopefully not have any power issues. We'll see. And if we need to add more, well, we've still got all the Velcro and everything from here, from the old panels. So maybe we can find some that fit. And you can still get out of the boat from here and climb down into the dinghy, which will be stored underneath. And now we can invest in a nice expensive dinghy because we've got our
expensive garage.
Expensive garage.
I was super chuffed with the solar panels, and to be honest, I haven't given him very much credit because he, I don't know, I thought he went too big, because when it arrived it was massive, and I was like, what are we really going to be putting that on our boat? Like, it's just going to stick out like a sore thumb. And actually it looks pretty good, so I'm chuffed. And I made a cake. Nice banana bread with chocolate chips. I mean, look at that goodness. You can't really see very much and this lighting is terrible, but... Ooh yeah, cake o'clock. Life in the marina went on, but we were starting to get a bit sad, realising that we were really going to miss the community that we'd been able to create over the months that we'd been here.
So we were here for a barbecue a couple of days ago, and Alex left her sunglasses on the inflatable sofas that we were sitting on, and then when her friend went to go and put some more air in it, whoop, and her Ray-Bans went straight in the water. In the marina.
So Lars is being such a hero.
It falls to me to dive into the ship and go and see if I can find them. I hope they're not like sunk into the sludge at the bottom, because I'm definitely not sticking my hands down there.
I feel like they might be. We should get some gloves. We should have got gloves.
Sitting.
Oh my gosh, you're a genius! You're so good.
Wow, success.
Look at those little
Nice.
sunnies. Yeah.
Well, we figured out that you should put the 12mm ones into 10mm chain, because that's what we've had in the past and they stay. And we just bought some 10mm
pieces, and there's no way they'll stay
They'll fall out.
straight away.
And we've had these ones that are 12mm ones, markers, for a year and a half now, and I
Haven't
mean,
lost any.
you need to put, you need a screwdriver to get them in and out, basically. So we haven't lost a single one.
Left over.
Finally a bilge that we're not going to be like disgusted by every time we open the floorboard.
Something about black that just makes it look really grim.
Who paints their bilges black? This morning we are getting back into the water after a casual 25 days on the hard. It was going to be a week, and then the wind just meant that the repair on the hull took forever. Oop, they're coming. I'm just going to show you the repair. See how it turned out. Well, first of all, show you this here. There was some damage. I don't know if we ever got a shot of it, but there was some damage on the stern here, which I fixed. I'm pretty happy with. Then over here, ta-da! Good as new. It was so bad before. It's basically this entire square here. You can just about see the edge of it. If you look closely, here you can see the edge here a little bit better. There's a bit of a line there, but I think they did a pretty good job. And they managed to find the blue that was exactly the same blue as our stripe. So yeah, looks good. And of course, the new solar panel. Ha! I'm so happy with that one. It's been game changing. Oh, but look, here they come. Alright, game time.
Back in the water.
Back in.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week as we explore the incredible and enchanting town of Granada before setting sail again.